Hello. It's so good to be back. Hey, Naomi, how are you?
Very good.
So I am, it's been a hot minute since we've been on. So I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, for joining. Anybody who's here, thank you for watching. I want to also say thank you to all of the new subscribers that I've had over the last couple of weeks. Anybody who's watching, it has been truly appreciated. Please make sure that you guys do click subscribe so that you can be in the chat, because otherwise you cannot be in the chat if you're not subscribed. I just want to introduce my guest, Naomi from Mimi's Holistics. Hello. How are you?
Very, very good. I'm actually excited because I was usually the person that got readings from you, and now I'm on your show.
I know. I know. I'm really happy to have you on. So we've actually been Naomi and I have actually been, trying to do this for the last little while. I was going to have her on, I think it was about a month and a half ago, but you were having some trouble with your Wi-Fi, and then I also had some issues going on here, and so we just couldn't do it. And I said, it was sort of sporadic, and I said, how's Saturday? And she's like, yeah, I'm good with Saturday. So here we are, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's so good to be here. So, hey, Jojo. Hi, Christina. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Will. How's it going? And hi, Miguel. I already said hello to you. So, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. So what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown while we're waiting for people to join the show. So readings are going to be, if you want to have a guaranteed reading tonight, it is going to be $10. You can send that to me at PayPal at crogers5555 at gmail.com. All the information is actually scrolling across the bottom of your bottom of the screen right now. Or if you're in Canada, you can send it through e-transfer to the same email address, crogers5555 at gmail.com. We will probably do a lottery, but we're going to see how busy it does get. Okay, so please don't post any lottery questions at this moment, because they do kind of get mixed up with the regular readings. Okay, but at the end of the show, if we have time, if we're able to do it, we will do a quick lottery question, and we will pull a name, pull a number, all of that's good stuff. So Mimi, tell me, I call you Mimi. Naomi, tell me. Okay, so first of all, how did you get started in this?
So this comes from way back when I was little. When I was little, I used to see spirits all the time. And, because you're little, you don't understand. And as I got older, around 18 years old, for so many years of me not wanting to deal with it, because I had nobody to go to understand what's happening or how to, deal with it. After a while, it just stopped. And I would get the feelings. So I was still sensing the presence of a spirit or bad energy. And I always felt like I was different, but I didn't know how to explain it or who to explain it to. So when COVID started, it's as if I was having an awakening, and I was having these dreams, and the dreams were actually coming reality. And I was getting repetitive numbers, and it was just little things here and there. And then I started going through researching in Google. I eventually took a course online to understand the psychic, how would you say, the psychic field.
Right.
And then I started going through YouTube, and then I ran across your videos. And then you started doing these lives, and I was just, understanding more and more, and I was asking these questions. And then I was like, you know what, I think this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, spiritual work. And I started
Mhm.
off with oracle cards, and then I went up to using rods, copper rods.
I've used rods before, but I have not used them for readings. We used to actually use them occasionally for investigations.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people
Mhm.
use it for paranormal investigations, definitely.
Mhm. I haven't used them in a long time. So for those watching that, if you don't know, I actually used to be a paranormal investigator for a long time, 10 years. And that's kind of how I got started in doing the readings as well. I was doing readings before that. I was I guess, what I considered myself to be intuitive. But it wasn't until I actually started doing investigations that I would walk in, and it would be like, I know this and this and this, and I would even know some of the activity. And then I started doing because I didn't really like going to people's houses, to be honest. um so then once I got more into the mediumship part of it, I actually would do a lot of remote investigations. So the
Mhm.
team would be there, but I would have no clue about the house or what was going on. And so I would just more or less stay home and tap into the investigation as it was going. And I could lay out a floor plan for you, without seeing the house. I could tell you where things were, all of that. I haven't done it in a long time, but that's how I started really building my own personal skills, which is cool. I always needed permission from the home owners, of course, because it was kind of like, do you give her permission to remotely view your house? And some people would be kind of like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
but but so you've got a YouTube channel, or not YouTube, TikTok, right?
Yes, TikTok, Mimi's Holistic. So I go live there daily. I've been trying to do 6 days a week so that I can give myself, a spiritual break. But I'm on there daily doing live readings using my rods. Um, I do have an Etsy shop as well where people can purchase rod readings. And if they want something extra, more in depth reading, I have where there's rod readings and card readings as well. So,
I actually did put your link into the description box below. So anybody that would like to contact Naomi, you can contact her there. I put her Etsy shop and her TikTok on there. And I've watched a couple of your TikToks. You're really good. You're really good.
and I've had so much great feedback because there's so many there's a lot of scammers
Oh yeah.
definitely on
Yeah.
TikTok, and not just with like rod readings or card readings, but pendulums as well. And I'm like, I hope, when I go publicly on TikTok that they don't, look at me as another one of them.
Right. Right.
And actually everybody's been very happy with me. I'm grateful myself, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback as well. So that's confirmation for me that I'm doing exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, and they're happy with my work too. So
Isn't it funny though how we sometimes get drawn to the things, like a lot of people are scared, like I was even having a conversation with my son, and he was trying to map out his entire life, at he's 17, and I'm like, honey, from where you are now to where you're going to be, you have no idea how many routes
yep,
or paths or twists in the road that you might even take between now and then. So just, all you have to do is map out today. Map
yep,
out today, map out even if you want the next hour, or map out whatever, right? Because there's so many twists, there's so many turns, there's so many whatevers that, you know, kind of appear force. And sometimes, you know, and the interesting thing is that when we're in that place, when we're in the place of being now and being present, that's where those opportunities really appear.
Yep.
If we're sitting there and we're in this place of being, I have to do this, I have to do that. This is, you know, it's kind of like, instead, just kind of go, this is where I am. This is what I want to accomplish. Okay. So you got point A, you got point H, you know,
Yeah.
don't worry about how you get there, you know, because you might even decide that you're going to take this path or that path, you know. Hey, Sophia, how's it going? um, but yeah, there's no, you know, and I've discovered, especially over this year, you know, with the loss, you know, that we experienced, you know, just in, you know, and everything, that there really is no plan. You know, there really is no plan. You have to kind of create that plan on your own.
Yep.
And then when spirit agrees with you, you'll see how easy it becomes.
Definitely.
Right?
Yes.
And is one of the things that we discovered. So tell me how you work. Like what do you like? Tell people how you. So because we're going to be doing you're going to be doing. I can't talk. Holy crap! You're going to be doing readings with me tonight. How do you do them?
So
Like, how
I'm
do you
not
do a general reading, for instance?
well, I'm not clairaudient, which is something great that I hope, you know, months or years from now I can really clairaudient someday and be able to hear them. So I get my answers through my rods. So if I ask them a question, they'll cross for me for a yes or open for a no. If it's a maybe, they'll both go to my right or my left. And I know my spirit guides so much. Well, we know each other so much. Sometimes they answer before I can even ask. I'm looking at a question. I don't even have to read it. They're already answering me. So in the copper rods.
Yeah.
And sometimes I intuitively will receive a message. If I've answered their question and something pops up in my head, you know, I make sure that I deliver that message or advice that needs to be heard at that moment. And that's it. And if I feel that a card needs to be pulled, I'll pull a card for them as well, depending on the situation.
Okay. So maybe Miguel and Will, maybe ask a specific question instead of general reading, if you guys want to put that, or anybody else. Just to it's up to you. It's up to me, Naomi, if she wants to do it that way too. We can always look into each situation a little bit deeper. I've actually been doing a lot of automatic writing. I've been kind of sitting and just, you know, doing that. And so what we're going to do is, as we're getting into this, I think I'm going to let you start with what you're picking up for people,
Okay.
if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a list that you're going by in order?
There is, yes.
Okay.
Right now, we have Miguel and Will. And again, if anybody, if you do want a guaranteed reading, it is a $10 donation through either PayPal or e-transfer if you're in Canada. All right. If you want to wait until the end of the show and you want to kind of go into the lottery, that's fine too. All right. So, but right now we are just taking donations. So we're just going to go with that for the moment. All right. So we're going to start off with Miguel.
Okay.
Miguel actually just wants a general reading and what his spirit guides have to say. So I'm not sure if you want to, how you want to do that.
I'm going to start off with cards for him and give him whatever messages they have for him at this time. And then you can elaborate more on it. I know you can get a lot more details than I will. Okay. So for Miguel, I'm currently getting that you need to communicate clearly. There's something recently that has happened or that may be happening that requires for you to communicate clearly is in a specific situation. Um, Never assume that others understand exactly what you're thinking or what you need from them. So communication is super important. Um, I'm also getting big happy changes for you, um, positive changes. So you might find yourself in, a new path, whether it's career, maybe growth in a relationship or friendship. So at this moment, it's important to embrace anything that's coming towards you at this time. Um, you need to have trust. You need to have faith. No doubting. Only doubting yourself is just bringing those doubts, right? Like law of attraction. So it's important that you stay positive and that you have faith in regards to any changes that come your way. And that's all I'm getting at this time for Miguel.
Okay, so Miguel, I have to ask you a question. Are you taking clients at the house now? Or taking clients, for your business or whatever? Because I keep getting something about business will boom. I actually heard that right away. Business will boom. And I'm not exactly sure if that's talking about immediately or if it's talking about, future upcoming, like as soon as everything is basically, set to go. But I keep hearing business will boom. Okay. And I feel like right now you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Not so much business wise, particularly. Although your head might be overwhelmed with thinking about, different, different, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? I think you're overthinking, to some degree. It almost feels like you need to just go with the flow. What's interesting is as you're setting up your business or as you're setting things up, just worry about the basics for right now. Getting, whatever it is that you need to basic wise, like whether this is licenses, whether this is, whatever, right? The rest of it will all add itself as you go. Okay. Because a lot of people tend to worry about, I need to get this done. I need to get this. I need to get this. I need to get this. And what happens is I kind of feel like you're getting a little bit overwhelmed with the overthinking of a lot of, tiny details. I don't know if that makes any sense. Does
That's
that
where I
make
got the doubting
Okay,
from.
okay. All right. That makes a lot of because I feel, it's interesting. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, I went and bought a whole bunch of shit that I didn't need to. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't need all of this crap. Like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of realize afterwards, like, oh, okay. I'm glad I have it so that I didn't have to go out and purchase or whatever. I mean, it's stuff that I would have added eventually, but it wasn't things that I really needed to supply myself with ahead of time. Right. And I think, to some degree, I hate to say this, but I'm getting that same type of energy from you. It's sort of a distraction. Okay. Because when you're worried about these little details, what you're not doing is you're not focusing on the cash coming in or the amount of money coming in or the clients coming in. You're focusing in on, even if it's one client right now, you're kind of more focused in that one client as opposed to that business is booming energy that I do keep getting. Okay. Because I do feel like as soon as you start advertising or you start getting your name out there, or you start whatever it is, it's it's like that expression from Field of Dreams. When you build it, they will come. And that's what I keep getting. And so kind of, take that as, as it resonates with you, but that's what I get. I'm also getting, it's interesting because you had picked up about communication, and I kept getting, stop being in your head. Stop being in your head so much. And again, that comes with that overthinking, but it's almost like your brain has two tracks. And, one is like the family, one is the business. But a lot of it, is you're being in your head, and it kind of feels like, I don't know why, but I keep getting sporadic outbursts of words. So you might be like, all of a sudden, maybe you're overthinking, or you're thinking about, and then all of a sudden this sentence will come out that maybe doesn't make any sense to anybody, or you might all of a sudden release a train of thought out, and then you kind of pull it back. I don't know if that makes any sense. Is that what he's been doing? I guess you would know, Amy.
Yeah. Yes. A lot.
Okay. Because I kept getting that. It's kind of like you're having
He gets
more
a lot of repetitive numbers too, and it's consistent. It's the same number, the same message. But because he gets into his head, he's putting aside those messages. He's not taking the message. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's almost like, it's like the signs are right in front of you, but you're not really, you got too much rattling around up there to really hear them or see them or even accept them at this point. So it kind of just feels, clear them out. Really just start focusing in though on the business. And again, the little details aren't going to be that big of an issue. I'm actually, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I am hearing one of the things that you can do to draw in some business is contract yourself, maybe perhaps with some of the local artists around that, have artwork or something like that. Put their name on a picture, see if they want to donate a picture to your room, put their name, their contact information, if people want to buy, where they can buy it from, all of that. And that is a nice and cheap way to get your room furnished the way that you want to furnish it. And they'll also bring you business, is what I keep getting, because it will be duality, right? You're going to be taking theirs and they're going to be promoting you as well. And I don't know why I thought of that, but I heard that in my head. So it might be something to think about. So I hope that helps.
That's actually a good idea. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know why it just sort of popped up in my head. I was like, because I feel like people will promote, it's almost, I mean, you're not really giving them anything. They're not really giving you anything. It's just a duality going on. Right. And that will help. And it also, again, it saves you from having to go out and buy the little knickknacks for your room, or, do whatever. Right. Even you can even go to places, that if there's private people that sell quilts or sheets or whatever, I don't, you know what I mean? It's things like that, again, it's a duality, right? So I'll promote you, you promote me, boom. And that might bring in some business as well. Okay, so then we have Will, and Will is asking about, actually I have to scroll up a bit here because I think I missed Will's question. He's just wondering what's next for me, like job or the next step forward, and also in love.
So while I was shuffling for Will, I pulled out 2 cards, and then I felt like that wasn't for him. So I shuffled again, and 2 cards popped out on their own. And one of them was still the same, same card. So that one is definitely meant for him. And then the next one was romance. But I'm not going to get into that yet. I'm going to start with the first one, which is listen to your intuition. So I'm getting at this moment, you have to listen to your inner guidance. Your gut will always guide you the right way. You have to trust your gut feelings. Any messages that you receive, whether it's through numbers, through song, through a random visit from an animal, a bird, take that in as messages, trying to guide you where you should be. And have faith in your feelings, have faith in your intuition. Don't question yourself. Basically, don't question yourself, and trust your gut feelings. I also noticed that you specifically in the chat you put love, especially love, and it's funny because the one other card that jumped out of the deck was romance. He didn't say he was with anyone, right? He just said he was wondering.
Right.
Okay, so it may be new love. We'll be meeting someone this year. So I'm getting maybe for this year. We'll be meeting someone next year. I'm definitely getting next year.
That's
so
a pretty strong yes, actually. He's
I'm
asking
getting
about
next year.
Jamie, a girl named Jamie.
Seeing a lot. Numbers, song, animals, and my ear being touched, seeing a lot. Okay, see? So you're receiving these messages already. So make sure that you Google them. I always Google, like, what does this number mean spiritually? Or what does this animal mean spiritually? And you'll receive your message and it'll completely make sense to you. Trust. Because I get those all the time. My husband gets those all the time. So that's good to know. You are getting messages. So he's with Jamie, or he's talking to someone named Jamie.
Yeah, I think talking or wanting to get to know.
So this year I got maybe. I don't know if maybe he Googles it every day. Okay. I'm not sure if the maybe meant because of Jamie is someone that he's with or is talking to. Something big is coming.
I think that's with the numbers.
Yeah, with the. You're currently with Jamie? Okay. Is there reconciliation between Jamie and Will? Well, I am getting a yes for reconciliation, which is probably why I got a maybe. Will it be this year? Okay, that's where I'm getting my maybe from. So I'm getting reconciliation, and I'm strongly getting it for next year. This year is a maybe. So this year is a possibility. She's a friend from his old job. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this year is a possibility. Next year, I'm getting more of a stronger, maybe, relationship. From my love deck, I got trust for you. So this situation is calling for you to have faith. So have faith that this.
I literally just wrote this.
Really?
I seriously just wrote back and forth between faith and doubt. Like it's at so when it that's I literally just heard that. So that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. Will, the whole romance popped out of the deck, and now the trust and the faith in the situation. So that's what I'm getting at this time. Kathy, if you want to elaborate more.
Yeah. Okay, so Will, what I keep getting here is this is going to be really important, okay? And I feel like your guides really, 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 let's add a few more reallys to that. Want you to know this. It's really important right now to I feel like what's happening here is that there is, it's, you need to go back into a meditation. Okay. Because, and again, this kind of goes to that back and forth between faith and doubt. And I keep getting that you're being blocked by something. And I'm going to be honest with you, this could have to do with like alcohol. It could have to do with external substances of some sort. Just simply because I do feel that it kind of feels like when you do them, it does help on one level to relax you. But I also keep getting that your internal fears pop up at that same time. So it's like you have to, we drink to silence our brain, right? Or we drink to walk away from the problems, or we drink to relieve ourselves of something. But, here's the thing is that the more that we drink, the more we need the drinking. And so what's happening is there's a circle going on here, and I really feel like you need to let this go, or take that step back from it. It's going to be really important in order to receive the messages that you're receiving, because I absolutely agree with Naomi in regards to like your guides being shown, numbers coming through and all of that. You know what, we could have a great big sign, billboard that lands in front of us that says do this, but if we're not open to receiving it, we can't receive it if we're not willing to take that step, right? A lot of this is, faith, and a lot of it, has to really do with just allowing ourselves to receive those messages. And this is what I keep getting. It's interesting because I do know that a lot of spiritual people, I guess, will, do substance abuse, or they'll drink a lot, or, whatever it is. Right. And, it's interesting. I actually saw, I don't know why I'm even bringing this up, but it just popped into my head. I saw on a friend's Facebook post the other day, something about, I don't think anybody's, it's almost like nobody's gone through the pandemic, or nobody's gone through the last 3 years without drinking and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, I haven't drank once. I don't do drugs. So, like the thing is, it's there, it's possible. And for me personally, all it's done is excel my own spiritual growth. And, it doesn't mean that nobody can do it. It doesn't mean, drinking is bad. I'm not waving a rod at anybody or anything like that. But what we have to remember is that we do certain habits simply because of the fact that we're distracting ourselves from something else. We're trying to remove that. It's kind of like going, that dark shadows time, right? And the way to go through the dark shadow time, because it does also talk here about there's things that need to be released. There's still a lot of internal stress that you're feeling. And for some reason it feels like you're also blocking it at the same time. So it's like, you have to release it. It's like I'm almost hearing from you, oh, that'll happen tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow. Or whatever. Like you're kind of distracting yourself from it by doing other things. And that's what I keep getting. And it also talks about be open to receiving, because it kind of feels like there's this energy here that you almost don't believe the things that you do receive or you do get. And I feel like the more that you release that energy, the more that you're in that place of expecting the good things to come through, you will start to see those good things appear and come through. Right. And that's what I just keep getting. And it feels like this is good. This is so important. As well as I feel like with Jamie, I feel this friendship needs to increase first. And this might also be, why what's happening, with Naomi's rods, right? It's kind of like maybe for this year, but next year. And again, I kind of feel like as you go through this process, it's sort of like work on yourself first. Like the first thing I wrote down was actually like take care of you. I know you can't see it because of my messy garbage going on here, but you know, is take care of you. So take care of you first, because I do feel like this relationship has to really get that bond within the friendship, but the friendship has to be without expectations first, and then you will see that the relationship grows from the friendship. And that's what I kind of feel. And it feels like both of you to some degree really need this, but I also am getting a lot of, there needs to be some individual energy with you. You know, there's a difference between being alone and spending a lot of time on yourself alone, as the difference between individual energy. And individual energy is growth, right? Being alone is just being alone and kind of going, oh, I wish I was with this, or I wish I was doing that, or I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or whatever. Or, you know, for some people, I'm not saying you will, I'm just saying for some people, this is a general thing. Some people, it's like, oh, I wish I had friends, or I wish I had people, or I wish, but you know, I feel like enjoy you first will make such a big difference. Enjoy you first, you know. And I really feel like a lot of things, you know, coming through and changing. And I feel like once you take this step, all of a sudden this path just gets laid out in front of you, and you'll start seeing, you know, the things that you've been really wanting, the things that you've been really desiring to start to appear. So that's what I have to say. And good. I'm glad you've been taking care of yourself, working out and physical,
Yeah.
physio, eating healthy. That's excellent. Because it did. That was one of the first things that came through, was just take care of you. I felt like that was so important right now. Just so, so important for you. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. So we have a question from Kay coming through, and she says, what is S wanting from me now? Ever since she's become married, she's been acting weird with me. Am I a burden with her? Okay. So I have to ask, Kay, is this the person from your office, or is this a different person? And good, Willie, I'm glad that you went for a jog. Yeah, like things like that, you'll just really find changing. And I'm betting on the jog, you're probably going to really start seeing a lot of spirit animals, just things like that starting to appear. Yeah, so Kay's question, what is S wanting from me? And ever since she's become married, she's been acting weird with me. Am I a burden with her?
I did ask if she felt that she was a burden, and I did get a yes. I got an immediate yes. Let me see. For Kay's reading, I'm getting a lot of all three cards is more of like, you need to ask help from others. You need to get more information. You need to listen to your intuition. Like you need to reach out. You need to figure things out for yourself. It's what I keep getting with all these cards. Let me start with the first one, which is ask for help from others. So there's it seems more like you need to reach out to others for their advice or their opinion, maybe their experience, especially to try to vent any kind of emotional challenges that you're feeling at this time. That is what I'm mainly getting with the first card, asking help from others. So if you have close friends or other relatives that you know you can trust and vent to, um, I'm getting that you should. She's a boss. You're very welcome, Willie. I just realized that he said thank you. So there's no help to be asked. She's a boss. Okay, so this is mostly at work. So experiences, we used to have a thing, but now she's blocking me out. Okay, and so they both work together in the same place too. That must be
Right.
very, very tough. It's kind of awkward. Her initial was S. And I'm also getting, and I hate to give people bad news, but like I'm getting she feels like it'd be easier if you weren't working in the same place together. I got an immediate definite yes for that. She went from sweet to stone cold, and there's no way of trying to communicate with her. Every card that came out, it just keeps saying to reach out, um, to friends or family, or maybe coworkers that are better knowledgeable, can give you advice, or maybe it's basically like reach out to her and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Let's figure this out so that, we're both not in this awkward situation. Because remember, I mean, no one knows how you feel unless you express yourself. You can't automatically assume that they understand what you're feeling, and vice versa. She's not understanding what you're feeling as well. This one's kind of tough. Everything that I'm getting is more like she feels like she's a burden. She rather you not be in the same workspace with her.
I can actually just add to this a little bit. So I do feel that there's a lot of guilt coming in from her side. Okay, is what I get, and so it almost feels like the burden coming in, which Naomi picked up on, or you were asking about, is it the burden feels like it's coming from herself. Okay, it's sort of like. It's really the same energy as if somebody was having an office affair, right? And they're in this place of I have to stop this, or I have to cut it. It's not even so much about you. This is her own internal guilt that's really coming through. It's something that, she just came back from this vacation. So she's now trying to be, the loving wife, the whatever, trying to dedicate her time and energy to this person, that she just got married to. And even though you're not doing anything, because I did actually write down, keep respecting the space. And then you had messaged, I'm respecting her. I'm respecting her space. So it really corresponded with what I was getting. I don't feel like you're doing anything, to warrant the behavior. Okay. So I want to put that in first. I do feel that the guilt coming, from her, that's coming in is coming directly from her. This is her own issues, her own feelings, her own, and again, it's almost like this, I don't know if the right word, it's kind of like a paradox of, like she wants to, she's trying to be the good wife. She's trying to be this. There's a lot of guilt about how she felt or her feelings in regards to her and you. Okay. Even if, there was nothing really physical that happened or whatever, a lot of those emotions keep coming through. And at the same time, she's trying to be, I've got to be the good wife, or I've got to be this, or I've got to be that. I can't really focus in on what I did feel or what I was feeling or anything like that. It's almost as though she's trying to place that wall there. I do feel the friendship will improve. Okay. But this is going to be super important, is that you are going to have to kind of just keep your distance for now. I feel like, but without being cold. Okay. So I know that can be a little bit hard, because when somebody's being cold to you, our automatic response is to be cold back. It's to be in that place of, okay, well, I don't give a fuck. You be like that. That's how we automatically want to respond to that. But I'm not getting that this is something that is going to be permanent. Okay. I feel like what will happen is this friendship will redevelop. It may take some while. She's going to have to get over this, not get over, because you don't want her to get over the honeymoon stage. You want her to be happy, obviously, or, people should be happy in their honeymoon stage. But she has to work through this guilt on her own. And as long as you're not contributing to it or interfering in, her relationship with her husband here, I she's going to recognize the fact that this is in her own head. Okay, that this is how she that you have no part in this, or that you have no what's the word? Like, you're not trying to make it difficult. How will she feel when I leave the job? Well, I get two things. Instantly, I do feel relief. Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I do feel a relief from
I
that.
got the same as well. I asked, would it be better for her if she wasn't there? And I'm getting
Right.
yes.
Yeah. And like, I do feel, I do feel a relief, but what I'm also getting here too is that you did, in some emotional way, you were important to her. Okay. So, and then she says, been told by you and Brandon that they will divorce. Yes, but you can't interfere in that. We have to remember that a relationship has to go through its natural course of whatever it is. Hey, you know what? As much as we want to interfere, push our way in, get attention, do jumping jacks, whatever, you know what I mean? It has to go through its own course, and it will be a natural course, because you got to remember her true feelings in here. Okay. Even though she got married, even though she went that way, I do feel like there was a lot of, maybe perhaps family pressure. I do feel she loves the guy. I mean, it's not about that. But I do get that there will be a natural division in there, but you can't interfere in that. And I don't feel that you are, or anything like that. But I do feel like a natural division will happen. But at this point in time, you have to just sort of let it run its course. And when you let something run its course, when you let something, fizzle out on its own, a lot of people don't realize, and it's really, I get this a lot, especially when I'm working the app, or when I get, personal readings and stuff like that. They'll be like, well, how do I break them up? Well, it's not your business to do that. As much as we want to, you can be honest, you can be upfront about what you're feeling about a person. You can, especially if you're friends with them, tell them the freaking truth. If you don't like that person, tell them, I don't like them. But make sure that you're not liking them from a place that is being going to be helpful to your friend, not just that you don't like them because of the fact that they're with them. You know what I mean? That's a whole different thing. Or be honest, like allow your friendship to develop, naturally, or develop whatever it is. But we can't interfere. We can't interfere as much as, you know, we may want to. It never works out. It never works out. And you're usually the one that is going to be broken because of it, right? Because here's the thing, is that our natural, you know, I'm just gonna, this doesn't have to do with UK, but I'm gonna bring this up just really quickly. One of the things that made me laugh, I watched I'd watch like the 10-minute clips every once in a while if I logged on to YouTube, and I'd watch those 10-minute clips of, Brad and Amber. Amber's a freaking nutcase. I'm just going to say that. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. But you know what? There was some divine justice in there for Johnny. I mean, here he was in a great marriage, 2 kids. But you know what? Men always go for the nutcases, right? Like, instead of going for the person that's steady and stable and is normal or whatever, it's like, oh, there's the nutcase. I'll just go have the affair with the nutcase. So whatever. But I do feel that what is going to happen here, Kay, is I do feel that, this friendship will resume. I do feel that, but it's going to have to take its natural course, okay? Because right now, there's a lot of guilt coming in from her side. So I hope that helped. Okay. And I see there's a question here from Jojo laughed at me. She's like, I think she agrees. Renata, if you're watching, what is your question? Because I don't have it here, and I did see that you sent in a she is asking, when I move out, is she just going to let me fade out? Temporarily, I feel, at least temporarily.
Yeah, I got a yeah. Yeah, I got a temp too. I did get there will be some kind of communication, but I am getting temporarily that she's gonna try to move on.
Well, it's also settling. It's like settling into the relationship, right? Or getting into that getting back into the relationship, or removing her guilt, or whatever it is. So, okay, I know that we did have a question coming through here from Renata, or we have a donation coming through, but I'm just seeing if I don't see
the question. Yeah, because I don't see anybody else.
Yeah,
in the chat.
So I'll just kind of wait until she appears.
Okay.
And we'll.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Jessica's a viewer from my TikTok.
Oh, is she? Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. Okay.
I told everybody from TikTok to join and to subscribe to your channel and everything.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to let some people kind of come in here. I want to, I have to run to the bathroom. I'm going to be straight up. Why hide it? Right? We're just going to, I'm just going to put it on a pause for about 3 minutes. When we get back, we'll see if we got this question from Renata. Otherwise, we will take a couple more from the queue here, from the chat. We'll probably just do a couple more readings unless more people come on, and we'll see where it goes from there. How does that sound?
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay, so this is just going to be about 3 minutes. Hang on a minute. Wow, I made it right in my seat as soon as we came back online. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we have quite Renata's question here. Oh, you're so sweet. She goes, "Hey, Kathy, always nice to see you and hear you. I sent a text to Chris on why I did what I did. He hasn't replied. I assume he's still mad."
I did get that he's mad. I went ahead and asked, and I did get that he's still feeling upset. Is this someone that Renata's currently with or seeing, or is this a friend?
She was seeing. I don't know how much, Renata, that you want me to reveal. So I don't know if you want to.
I just want to make sure that I'm using the right deck for.
It definitely is romance. Yes.
Okay. She said anything is fine. Laugh out loud.
Okay. They were seeing each other, but he is married, and the wife found out about Renata and actually even asked to meet Renata, which she did, and Renata was very honest with her about the relationship. So
okay, well, then that's what makes sense from my love deck, because I pulled a card from the love deck. And it makes sense in regards to chemistry. There's not enough chemistry because there's something else involved. I'm getting communication. Will Chris be reaching out to Renata soon? I am getting that Chris will reach out soon. I'm getting he's currently still upset. I'm getting he will reach out this month. So there is going to be communication.
They're not married. They're not married. So they're not married. They're just dating. Sorry.
Okay, so I am getting there is going to be communication this month. Just right now, that communication is not going to happen because he's still feeling upset. When the communication does happen, just make sure that you're clear on, how you feel, and, listen to the other person as well. So that there's mutual understanding between the both of you. I'm also getting to be assertive. So kind of like take the situation into your own hands. Have confidence within yourself, and don't water things down just to make the other person happy either. So don't go behind the bush just to satisfy somebody else. Be clear on how you feel, express yourself, and yeah, just don't water things down to make the other person feel better. And boundaries. I'm getting boundaries. I'm getting there's some sort of boundaries that need to be in place. I don't know too much into the situation, but that's what I'm getting at this time. She said, girlfriend, they're not married, I think. I hope not.
No, they're not. No, I just,
okay.
yeah. So I just keep getting like right now I do feel like I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not doubt it if she has like all the passwords now to his phone, that they're like constantly being watched, constantly, like um there's no opening there right now. I do feel contact will come in, but I really get here that he's trying to do it on his terms, like it's going to be his way. It's almost gonna like I really get that he misses the communication between the two of you. He actually misses you. But I do feel that right now he's really on a leash. I do feel that she's probably got everything like really locked down, really locked down. I do get though, he's mad. He's mad for sure, but he's also, it's not even about you that he's mad at. I mean, he's mad because he's an idiot, right? Like, he's the one that did this. So, he's really only mad at himself, but he's projecting that anger onto you and onto everybody else, I wouldn't say he's, quite kicking puppies at this point, but he's really projecting a lot of that anger onto everybody else rather than accepting that anger within himself, because he's the one, that messed up. He's the one that, screwed it up, right? So, that's kind of what's happening at this moment. But, there comes that realization too that this is going to I really feel it's coming to that realization. Like she even might be pushing on the marriage thing, but I kind of feel like he's in that place of, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. And that may even be the breaker right there, because I still don't feel a lot of happiness between the two of them. I'm just saying that. But I do feel that communication coming in.
Okay, it's funny because I pulled out a love card in the middle of you talking, and when you said pushing towards marriage, look what I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wedding.
Because
So
yeah,
yeah.
I kind of do feel like she's, well, if you really love me, prove it to me. That sort of energy coming through. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. But I really don't feel. Can you maybe pull a card, Mimi? How does he feel? Because I mean, it'd be interesting to see what's coming through here on your side.
I'm getting attraction. And like he's still attracted to her. And it's like he's stuck. Like he's stuck in the situation and he's having attraction, but he's still having attraction for Renata.
Right.
Let me see if I can get from my other deck more. I'm getting situation will improve and forgiveness.
Yeah. Yeah. And she means with you, Renata, not the right? That you mean with Renata.
Yep. Yeah, I'm still getting communication this month from him. I'm not getting exactly when, but I know for sure this month. So I'm guessing that's why I'm getting the situation will improve, because I'm asking, will things between Renata and Chris improve? I'm getting there will be some kind of improvement.
I think it's going to be very, very important, as Naomi said, that you're going to have to be very clear about what it is that you want.
And
where the
boundaries.
boundaries are. Yeah, where the boundaries are, right? Because you know, he's mad that he was called out. He was caught. And he doesn't get two sides of the cake anymore, right? Or however you want to say it. Whatever the
But
expression
I
is.
saw, yeah, that's why I had pulled in the first, from the beginning of the reading. She needs to be assertive. Like, she needs to put those boundaries. She needs to tell him what's up. Like, hey, like, this is not how shit works. He can't be pulling the cards out on her no more, because the deck has been dealt on him.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Okay. I hope that helped. She says, don't tell me he will go back to square one again. Oh, hell no. That's where those boundaries are going to be so important. You know what I mean? Because I feel that he knows he can't go back to square one, but that doesn't mean he won't try.
Yeah.
Right? So, people are going to push the boundaries as far as they can until unless you directly set them and you say, no, this is where it is. Right. But I do get though, there is some, I feel like there's some sort of apology coming through. It may be.
I did get forgiveness. I'm just not sure. That's where you come in. I'm getting forgiveness, but I'm not sure if it's from her end or his end.
I know. I feel like I don't think Renata has anything to apologize for. I do feel that it may be coming from his end. You know what I mean? But at that same time, it doesn't mean that, it just feels like, but I just don't know how, it's not that it's not sincere. It might be just the words. And that's where those boundaries are going to be so important, right? Like, make sure that you're trusting your instinct, because if you're not feeling that within, the energy, just keep those boundaries up. So, I hope that helped. I hope that gave you, she says, I'll tell the girlfriend again, joking. I don't think you're going to have to really tell her anything. I'm pretty sure she's pretty up on the ball right now. Like, she's watching him pretty closely. That's what I keep getting anyway. Maybe if it was years down the road, but I don't feel it will, go that far, right? So Kay is just wanted some clarification. She says, what is the guilt that S is feeling? And is it about her leading me on? I feel the guilt actually really comes from her own emotions, especially within her own self, being really confused about what she wanted within the not only the relationship with you, but also with this guy, right? And I mean, it's no different really than any other office flirting. And that's where she is, right? She was okay with the flirting. She was okay with that, having the emotional connection with you, all of this stuff. But then as soon as she was married, it was like she knew that this wasn't the right thing to do or the right way to be. And so, to her, she had to cut off that energy. And that's where that guilt is coming through. So it's more about leading you on. And I don't even know if it was particularly leading her on. I do feel it was more her exploring her feelings for sure, exploring another side. And I do feel a lot of that guilt coming through here. Okay. So let's, Erica's asking, are you doing a free question for new subs? Normally we don't. Oh, wait a minute.
I can still hear you though, Kathy. I don't know.
Can
It's
you
just
hear
your.
me? I don't know what. Oh, maybe. Oh, I unplugged my camera. Hang on a second.
Uh,
Can you still hear me?
yep.
That is so weird. Okay, hang on a second. Let me figure out what the heck is going on. All right, I'm just going to remove myself and come back. Hang on a second.
Okay. You're welcome, Renata. You're welcome, Kay.
All right, there we go. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I must have clicked the unplug button or something like that. I don't know what the hell I was doing. So that's kind of crazy. So, Erica, normally we don't do free questions for subs, but we are doing, because it's a slow night tonight, we are doing some, free readings as well. But we always do the paid readings first. Okay. Those always get priority. And then if we get time, we do the free readings. The free readings are never going to be as long or as detailed as the ones that are paid. Okay. So if you do want to put a question down, you can. I don't know exactly who all is still here. I know that there was Jojo was in the chat, as well as I believe Tiffany. So if Jojo or Tiffany are still here, and I believe a Christina as well. If you guys want to put your names down, that would be great. And we can take a look, and we're just going to we'll just kind of pull a number right now. And who is here? How does that work? How does that sound? All right. So Jojo's still here.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if Erica is still here or not, but when you're doing TikToks, do you get quite a few readings, like when you're on live?
More than 50 every time. The most 120. And it's like this, like it's quick. And because they're yes or no.
Right. You're just doing yes or no questions, right?
Yes or no, right. And then if I pick up on something, then I'll stop and I'll elaborate more on the answer. But most of the time it's yes and no. The only time I do take my time on readings is if they purchase it from Etsy, and we'll get further into the situation. They'll purchase a rod reading and card reading, and then that's more of an in-depth reading.
So for those of you that are here, I did put all of Nami's information down in the description box. So this is all of her, where you can contact her on Etsy, where you can contact her on TikTok, watch her TikToks, because she's really good. It's really fun to watch her. And your Etsy store, you do provide the readings on there as well, right?
Yeah.
And if you guys want a, sorry, I'm just writing everybody's name down here. If you do want a reading with me, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com. So I'm going to tell you guys just a little bit about the readings and how they work. Love T, if you can just put your question, thank you so much for donating. Can you just put your question into the chat box down below, and we will get to it in just a moment as soon as it comes up. That would really help. So when I do a personal reading, guys, what I do is you do get a link that will lead you right to where I do the readings. And it's like this. It's like on StreamYard, but it's not public. Okay. So I just want everybody to know it's not a public reading. It's not recorded in any way. If you can't log into StreamYard because you do need a Chrome browser, then, we can always do a reading over WhatsApp or, even Instagram or even Facebook Messenger. But it is a one-on-one reading, especially for those that want a video reading. So it'd just be like as if you and I are talking here. And I do have all of the prices on my website as well. So you can just check that out. I'm just waiting for Love T's question to come through, and we'll get to that. And then we are going to just kind of pull a name. Okay, so Love T wants to know, may I know Ricky's feelings for me currently? He's a Capricorn. I'm an Aries. Love T, how long have you guys just been together for, if you don't mind responding to that, just so I know? Is this like a new relationship or anything like that? Sorry. Do you want to just take a look into that?
Yeah, I'm asking some questions already ahead of time. I'm just trying to see if she's going to respond to if this is somebody that she's with or... Because I am getting that he does have feelings for her.
Oh, separated.
Okay. They're separated. Okay. I still pick up that he does have feelings for you. Still.
We literally just did this great big sigh together. I was like, I could hear you doing it, and I was like, oh shit, that's so funny.
And I am getting reconciliation as well, Lovity. Does Ricky want to get back with Lovity? Yeah, I'm getting reconciliation. I'm getting he still cares for you. He still has feelings for you. He would like to have a relationship with you again. Is there anything else specifically? Let me shuffle here. And I keep getting you deserve love. I shuffled like twice and I pulled it. I shuffled again. And it fell out of my deck. So you deserve love. You're a lovable person. And then I'm getting passion. So, and this is in between you and Ricky. So I know for sure that he does still have feelings for you. There is going to be some kind of reconciliation that may take place. And I'm getting this year. That's what I'm picking up right now.
So I am getting reconciliation. I do feel that there might have been an argument or some sort of distance. Like it's almost as though I feel like you may have actually spoken, aloud or said something to him that, I'm really getting this energy here that he's deciding if he can give you what you deserve or need. Okay. And I think that that's where this holdup is coming through. It's like, can I actually give this woman what she needs? I keep kind of going away. I keep, coming, like it's like he recognizes his own behavior. I do feel that he's recognizing his own behavior. But at that same time, he's in this place of, can I really give her what she needs? Can I really give her what she deserves? Can I really, um, yeah.
Go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I'm getting forgiveness, compromise, and let go. Was there any kind of deception that happened? I'm getting forgiveness and to compromise and then let go.
I also get right here. We'll wait till she responds. Because yeah, I kept getting the argument in the distance as well. I don't feel that you should budge or that it's your place to budge. I really don't. It's not. This is not for you to do. Okay. This is him coming back and forth. This is him, having to get to that place where he realizes it all fell on commitment and he wasn't willing. Okay. And again, that's where, it comes back. What can I give what you deserve, what you need? You know what I'm also getting here, and you may not want to hear this, but I'm going to be really straight up with it. I'm also getting here, he may have gone on a few dates between then and now, but I'm also getting here too is that those were actually good things, because it's like he realized what he had or what he has or what you offered to him. Nobody's comparing to you is what I keep hearing. They're not comparing to you. And I don't feel, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like sexual energy. I don't even know if he really enjoyed himself, to be honest. It's almost like I'm being shown a vision of him like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, why am I even on this date? Or why am I even here? Or why did I even waste my time with this? Or, some sort of energy like that. I don't feel one person, like he may have even gone on like a dating site, went out with 2 or 3, and none of them again are comparing to you. So I still feel this reconciliation, as Mamie had said, coming back. All right. Or coming forward. I do feel that right now he's holding back because he knows that next step has to be commitment. He knows it. And that's where he has to go on that next step. What were you asking, Mamie?
If you'll finally commit, and I did get a yes. So once that reconciliation happens, there's going to be forgiveness. This came out exactly in this order: forgiveness. They're going to compromise, agree to disagree at some things, and then they're going to let it go. And, and he's going to finally, want to have that commitment.
Yeah, this is something I really feel like he's going through. Like I'm being shown the Judgment card, when it comes to the tarot, like as if the Judgment card. So he's really going through his own like spiritual ascension. Like, he's coming to that realization that, this is what he wants. He wants stability. He wants, this, he wants that. And he keeps seeing you in there. He keeps seeing you in there, so it really doesn't matter if he went on dates or if he went on other things, which I'm not getting. But it doesn't matter because they're almost like a path leading to you. So will it be soon? I hear this could be July. It may be August, but I feel it's going to be a little bit more towards July. Like I keep getting July. Timelines can be so I don't feel he wants to let this go. I don't feel he wants to let it go, this long. I know it's been months, but I'm not sure. What are you getting?
I'm getting August. And while you were talking, I did get healing. There's going to be healing. And there's going to be chemistry again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just, the more that you're distant, the more that you're silent is going to be the best for this whole situation, because I do feel like he doesn't want this. He doesn't want to lose you. He really doesn't. Even though he's placing himself in a position right now that is a possibility. Okay. But at the same time, are you guys on each other's social medias? Because I do get a lot of watching energy, and I don't know if he's watching you from like a separate account or if he's watching you in some way or another. Like I'm getting like a lot of watching energy. So he might even be, paying attention as to whether or not you are dating or if you're with somebody or something along that line.
I got more on Lovity's side. I got a maybe from his side, but I did get from her side as well.
Okay. Like they're both watching?
Yeah, there's that chemistry. That chemistry is there. They're like a magnet, but they're separated, and they're like almost there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'll never leave block.
Yeah, she says I didn't feel the need to block him. No, definitely don't block him.
No,
You know what's
I
funny?
gotta definitely know.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people will say, "Well, I blocked him. Is he going to contact me?" Well, not unless he's sending a courier pigeon. What do you want him to do? Like, smoke signals, courier pigeon, like skywriting, like no, don't, but no, I didn't mean that towards you, Love Tea. It was just in general because we get a lot of that when we do personal readings. And it always makes me laugh. Like I don't know. I don't know exactly how you want him to contact you if you're blocked, right? Like if you blocked him. I'm not sure where that's coming. For you, however, I do feel that there is that watching going on, and I do feel he will contact. So I hope that helped, Love Tea. I hope that gave you a little bit of clarity there. So we did get another question coming in from Sarah. And Sarah's asking, how does Brad feel about our current connection? Does he want less or more spiritually and physically? Okay. What is Brad's birthday, please? Or at least his birth sign, and yours as well, Sarah. And are you guys in a relationship now? You're so welcome, Love Tea. Thank you. He's a Virgo sun, Pisces moon. Okay. September 5th. Okay. Can I just say one thing? I know you probably already asked the question, but I literally just heard this in my head. And I want to say this to Sarah because I heard it immediately, and I hope that this makes sense to you, Sarah. Stop giving so much to him. Stop giving him so much. And this is going to help the relationship build, because I do feel that at this current moment, there is an element coming in through here that he knows you're there. He knows that he can kind of put this a little bit on the back burner. It doesn't mean that he's, with other people or dating or anything like that, but he doesn't have to make any decisions right now. And I feel like You know who
She's
you need
making
to
herself
watch?
available too much.
Yeah, I feel like you need to watch look up some Matthew Hussey videos on YouTube on Friends, okay? Because he's got some really great, I remember watching him, oh, I don't even know, a few years back. I don't know if he's done one recently. This is quite a while ago. But he had a really good one on friends, like, people that stay as these friends, but one of them wants more than the friendship. And, he had some really good suggestions going through there. And his name's Matthew Hussey. I'm just going to type it into the chat. But look him up on YouTube and you'll see. I'll just post it here. And he might have some just suggestions to you for you, because I heard that right away. Is that right now, it's almost like a little bit too available. The feelings are there, the emotions are there. Um, I do feel he will want more, but I feel right now he's in a place of comfort. And so there's no real push towards going towards, deeper or anything like that. I feel like, you have to sort of be in that place, or, you know what, even if you, okay, good. She knows who I'm talking about. Okay, you've watched him. It's great. Yeah, he is. He's really good. He's got some really good suggestions on, different things. And I remember seeing that. I haven't watched him for a long time, but I do remember seeing that, on the Friends, right? And I do feel like that's something to take a look at for sure. So I'm gonna let Naomi go now that I interrupted.
It's okay.
But I kept
So
hearing it, and I was like, I gotta get this out.
yeah, because I asked, he at this current moment, he knows she's available when he wants her. And I'm getting he's more of wanting something physical at this current time. Um, I got deception. That could probably just because that could mean, he's probably
Yeah.
seeing other people or talking to other people, like you said. Um, but did she ask?
How
Yeah,
does how does he feel about our current connection? I feel there's a lot of deception in the where I'm getting the deception is in regards to the feelings. So it's almost as though he knows he has stronger feelings, but again, he doesn't have to act on them.
yeah,
Do
and
your
I'm
rods
not
agree?
getting
I don't know
spiritual
if
because
your
I
rods
know
agree
she
with me or
asked.
not. What's that?
I know she got she was asking if he had a spiritual connection. I'm not getting that at all. I'm getting more physical than anything. Um I'm not getting that this will be something long lasting with him.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not picking up much at this. I got the deception. I got he's comfortable. He's you're available for him. Physical attraction at this time. Um, but I'm not getting that this is something that will turn into something long term with him.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting at this time.
Okay.
Um,
I still keep getting about, in regards to, yeah, I almost want to say, like, take a step back, simply because of the fact that, again, I do feel that he has that, it almost feels too comfortable for him right now. It's just this place of comfort. And I mean, it's wonderful to be comfortable, great, but it's better to be comfortable in a relationship, not just comfort. There's that comfort, right? There's that difference between feeling like home to somebody, and then there's a comfort as, yeah, they're available whenever the hell I want. So that's a comfort. And that's that difference that you've got to, change and create, especially if you do, decide that you want this long term. I actually, Sarah, I'm getting a feeling here that it may be you that changes her mind on this relationship. Okay. I kind of get that impression. It may not be because of his behavior, like it may not be his decision. This may have to do with you. Do you get that? I'm not sure.
She said he's written songs, music around where he interacted. That's a possibility for sure. Yeah.
Right. But I'm not into a musician.
Well, I got new love for her, and that kind of confirms something you said, that eventually she might turn away. I don't know if she's just going to turn away on her own, or because this new person is going to come in and it's going to allow, help her to move away from this current Matthew.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that dating a musician cannot be just gonna say, like it can't be that easy of a thing to do, right? Like, you've got groupies, you've got all kinds of other, stuff or whatever. But yeah, I feel like right now, I, be in that place where you do watch, do take a look at Matthew Hussey, but I still get here that it may be you, and it may be because of the fact, like Nami said, somebody else walking in. But I do feel like by taking that step back, there's going to be a change within the energy. I do feel him coming forward, but at that point of coming forward, you may even just decide, I'm done. Okay, so be open to that. You don't have to stay with somebody just because you've been wanting them for a long time. I hope that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you always have the right to change your mind in there. And you may even discover through that process, by taking that step back, it not only changes the energy, but it releases the mental hold and the emotional hold that you have upon them, or that they have upon you. So I hope that helps. What were you asking?
Okay, so I wanted to confirm, if she's going to be able to, move on from Brad, and I did get yes. And I did pull out that card, new love, and I got that new love may happen like around August is what I'm getting at this time. So don't hold on to him so long. You deserve to be happy, and you will be able to move on. So it's going to be okay.
Yeah. So I did pull a name where we will do one one of the lottery readings. Okay. I actually picked the name Jojo. So Jojo, if you're still here, do you want to put your question down? And if you're not here, we will just grab another name. But I did pick out Jojo. I don't know if you can see Jojo. You cannot see anything with this camera, but
I saw Jojo come in, but I didn't see the question.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll just give her a minute, and if she isn't around, then we'll just kind of move on. But, how did you start working with the rods?
I was going through TikTok because I didn't have a TikTok account. And I opened it, and then I randomly ran into this woman that was doing rod readings, and that was new to me because I've always done oracle cards or pendulums. And so I was like, I didn't feel like pendulum was my thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try the rods. And I purchased my first pair and I wasn't happy with it. Like I wasn't connected. I don't know what it was. Um, but I didn't quit. I was like, no, I just think maybe these are just not it. And so I ordered another. And I was fully connected with them. And it was completely different. Um, and I started doing readings for my family, for my friends, for Miguel. And the more I worked with the rods, I felt more and more connected. You know, sometimes my spirit guides answer, like I said prior, sometimes they answer before I can even read the question out loud. Um, and they stuck with me. You
Yeah.
know, I even thought about I don't know if you've seen, I even thought about Miguel doing readings, but he's very camera shy. And I've seen this guy do readings with, it's like a wooden board. It's like a pendulum, but the
Right.
pendulum is like already connected with the wooden board. You just have to swing the pendulum and then it'll answer for you. And I felt like, you know, he's very in tune himself. And I felt like, you know, we should do it together. You know, I'm like, you can do these readings this way. You don't have to show your face, you know, simple yes or no questions for people. And because he's very in tune and he'll speak something out loud and it will happen. Like sometimes he freaks me out. So, you know, and he tried my rods and rods wasn't really his connection. So, you know, I'm like, okay, rods is my thing. You know, maybe this other thing is for you. You know, we'll see. We'll go from there. He actually opened up his own account too.
Oh, did he on TikTok?
Yeah, because if you see the massage table behind me, we've been uploading videos on different ways to relieve specific pains at home if you can't get around to a therapist right away. And he's also currently finishing up a Reiki course. He wants to be able to do Reiki and teach Reiki because he's a licensed massage therapist for so many years. He's able to teach and certify. So that's something he wants to do next once he's finished with his Reiki course.
What's Miguel's TikTok?
Healing holistics.
Is there a space or no?
No, just healing holistics. We're actually going to be doing 2 more videos today and upload them. But since we're all into the holistic, I said, you know, you can do your videos and you can teach, you can educate, inform. Um, and then eventually he wants to do the readings as well as something else on his TikTok. So
Okay.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll start following him. So we'll quickly do Erica and Jessica just because Jojo is here. Okay. So I didn't see that. Jojo, if you want to put your question down, you know what? We'll just quickly do all 3 of them. But they're
Okay.
just going to be short readings, okay? So it's not going to be nearly as much detail. But Jojo, if you want to put yours down, go ahead. So Erica just asked, will Jordy reach out to me? I am an Aquarius and he is a Virgo.
What's his name?
Jordy. Geordie.
I am getting that Jordy will reach out. And I'm
Uh,
getting this month. And I'm getting like immediate answers. So the energy is strong. I am getting that he will reach out and it will be this month. She wants to know general.
no, this is for Jojo for the lottery question. Can you just give me I just want a question. We're not doing anything too deep. So just ask a really basic question and that will help. And if there is somebody else involved, just put their name and birth or their sign as well. Um,
Mhm.
So for Jordy reaching out, you do get it. It's going to be this month.
Yes, this month there's going to be communication this month, and even I'm also getting relationship as well between Jojo and Jordy.
Oh, this is Erica. Erica.
I'm sorry, Erica. I don't know why I keep saying Jojo.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm getting this month, and I'm getting relationship.
So Erica, I do feel he is going to reach out. I don't know why I keep getting the 20th, maybe 25th, somewhere in there. Might be sooner. Okay. I heard that right away.
Yes, I'm confirming.
I'm also getting though too, I don't know why I hear this. Don't jump the gun right away. I feel like when he reaches out, let him do the leading on this regarding conversations or moving forward. Don't give more than you're not getting. I feel like that's going to be really important. Okay. I feel you're excited to hear, or that you'll be excited to hear from him. This will feel good to hear from him. But he's got to do some work here. Okay? That's what I keep getting. And I actually, it's weird because I do feel your excitement in some way. So, but just, be chill is what I get. Jojo, is this a legal question in regards to I'm not really sure, like I need more specifics in regards to that. We can't do legal questions, so if it has to do, like when you say getting out, if that's jail, I'm sorry, I don't answer, legal, pregnancy, or any health questions. But yeah. Also, so let's go on to Erica. So Erica says, I met Cameron online. We had a great connection, but a few weeks ago he stopped texting. All I know is that he's really busy because of his work, and I really want to know what's going on. So just I
Jessica.
guess general. What's that? Yeah,
Jessica
this is yeah,
okay.
Jessica.
Is he very okay? All I know is that he's very busy because of work. Okay. Okay, so he is being honest. I am getting that he has been, busy with work. He does think about you. So I'm getting he wants a relationship. I'm just not getting that he wants a serious one just yet.
Yeah. So what I have coming in, is when people say they're busy, I mean, it's all perspective, right? I do feel he is busy, but could he find 5 minutes, to send a text, or 2 seconds to send a text? Yes. So that's where the relevance comes in, right? Like, how much do I mean to you? Because nobody's that fucking busy. Sorry. But you know what? Everybody sits on the toilet. Type it out then.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's just a matter of, hey, I know I haven't, said much lately. I can't really talk right now. I'm super busy, but this is where we are. You know what I mean? This is what's happening. I just want to, so that's what's coming through. But at the same time, I'm also getting here, I do feel that he is being honestly busy. Okay, I do feel that honest busy. I do also get here that it's almost as though I think he's a little worried that if he reaches out, there's going to be turning into a conversation, and he really literally does not have the time for it. So I feel like there's in this place right now where and I don't know if this is because of you. Like, I don't know if you'd be the type, like, wants more clarification or wants a real conversation or whatever. I do feel like he can't, like, he doesn't have the time to sit there and text all day or anything like that. I'm really getting that energy. Like, if he was to send something, it would be fast and quick, and then he would come back when he's able to do it. He just can't do it right now. And I feel like he's almost in this place, well, when I'm ready, I can, and then I can engage. But at this point, I don't have the time to be spending messaging or texting or calling. Like, I can't get into that, a long conversation right now because I do have all of these other things that are going on. But I do feel communication will come through. Again, I don't know if he's 100% ready for like anything full time. And I think that is sort of what's holding him back a little bit. Or at the very least, not right now. He can't. He can't. I feel. I don't feel like it would be fair. Is as how he feels. He doesn't have the time or the energy to really engage in a relationship at this point. Something deep, something truly committed, all of that stuff. And so this is where that hesitation, comes through because it- I think he's dealt with this in past relationships. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like, he may have been in that place before where he tried to, keep things casual, but the casual turned into like more, and then people got upset because he couldn't devote the time. And that's what I'm getting as well. So I hope that helps. I still do feel communication coming in though. I do. So Jojo just wants a love reading of what we see around her love life. Again, you know what, Jojo, this is going to be really general. It's going to be a quick reading. So I don't know if there's something specific that you want, but this isn't one of the paid readings where we get really in depth. So, that's up to you. If you want to be more specific on that, this is kind of like a quick question, but, do you see anything on that, Namie?
I'm getting relationship, but I'm getting it for next year. I'm not getting too much for this year. I'm getting a stronger and a more definite yes for next year for Jojo. And it'll be the beginning of next year is what I'm getting.
I'm really getting some energy here, Jojo, that there's some things that need there's still some releasing that you need to do. I feel like from past energy, past relationships, something along that line. And so what I'm getting is I feel the same as Namie. Like, it will come in very quickly. I do feel like next year. Okay. You might even meet somebody around those, holidays, like the Christmas holidays, or I am getting here to enjoy the singlehood right now. Because I kind of feel like once next year comes around, I'm getting a more and what I mean by singlehood is that it doesn't mean you have to go play around or anything like that. That's not what I mean. It's like, if there's things that you want to accomplish right now, maybe you want to renovate your house, maybe you want to do this, maybe you want to do that. This is the time really to do it, because not only are you going to be doing a lot of healing within yourself, but there's a lot of I feel like integration with spirit that's coming through here. And you want to be in that place where you're open to receiving the messages that are going to be coming through. And I do feel like next year, or early, like, again, end of the year, early next year is going to be significant for you. So right now, just kind of enjoy you. kind of enjoy you
Self-love.
right now. Yeah, a lot of self-love. Like, or again, maybe there's things that you want to work on, or maybe there's things that you want to accomplish. I want to do personal training, so that be it. Yeah. There you go. Like, get into what it is that you want to do, because when this person comes, it doesn't mean that that you're not going to be able to do it. It's just, there's that difference between getting a practice set up, or a business practice, or whatever you're doing now, as opposed to being in a relationship. Okay. So it's kind of like, gather all your, chickens right now. Put 'em all together. And, because when that relationship comes, you kind of want to be established, and this will help you enjoy not only the relationship, but what it is that you are building up on the business side as well. So I truly hope that helps. Erica's asked if we are live every day. Mimi's Holistic is live, I believe, every day on TikTok. Is that right?
Yes.
I am not live every day, although I am wanting to get back. And I would love to have Nami back on the show again, if she is willing to do so, next week.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell, because you will get notified right away when I do post. I do provide the weekly reading. So I believe Monday morning is when their feelings for you for the week will come out. And this is for all signs. So again, make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you click like on that video when it comes out. And then I do the weekly horoscopes as well. And those are just a general energy. I've actually been watching a lot of, like, the YouTube readers and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know, I've been watching some of, like, the subtitles and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, because it sounds like, I just do a lot of general energy readings, and like, I do get into relationships, like what to be aware of, like, mostly within yourself though. And some of these people are like, oh my God, this is your soulmate, and they're flying down from heaven on the wings of a white knight horse and Pegasus. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's some extra people on there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of just stay with the general energy, but I do look into their feelings for you every, I usually, record them on Sunday, send them out on Mondays. So, hey, Catherine, how you doing, hun? I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching. If you would like to contact Mamie, God almighty, I'm mixing up Mimi and Nami. You can, all of her information is below. She is on TikTok at Mimi's Holistics, and on Etsy. And I believe her Etsy link is hooked up to her TikTok. Definitely see if you can catch when she goes live on there, because she's really good. You'll love her. You'll love her TikToks. And if you want to contact me, oracleintuitions.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing night and take care. Bye. And it's going to end. It will end. There we go.